Some mirrors show more than just your reflection. Some show things you never asked to see. It all started when Nora and her family moved into an old countryside house. She was 12, quiet, curious, and always drawn to strange things. The house was over 100 years old, with wooden floors that creaked when you stepped and doors that never stayed shut unless you locked them tight. On their second day of moving in, Nora found the mirror. It was tall, with a wooden frame carved in swirling patterns. Dust clung to the glass like it hadn't been cleaned in years. Yet when she wiped it, the mirror looked brand new. Her reflection stared back at her normal plane, nothing unusual. But she felt watched. Her mom said, "We found that in the attic. It's antique. Could be worth something." Nora didn't know why, but she asked if she could keep it in her room. That night, Nora had her first dream. She was standing in front of the mirror, wearing the same clothes she wore to bed, but her reflection didn't match. It didn't smile. It didn't blink. It just stared. And then it whispered, "You hear me now?" She woke up in a cold sweat. The next day felt normal. Her parents were busy unpacking. Her younger brother, Jamie, was running around with cardboard boxes on his head. Everything seemed fine, but when she went back to her room, the mirror looked off. Her reflection blinked a second too late. She shook her head and blamed it on sleep. That night she stayed up. Midnight crept in. The house was silent. Then she heard it. The whisper, soft, cold, right behind her. She spun around. Nothing. She looked in the mirror. Her reflection wasn't doing what she was doing. It stood still. Then, slowly, it smiled. Nora stepped back. The mirror whispered again, "You let me in." She covered the mirror with a bedsheet, but it didn't help. From that night on, the whisper came every midnight, always from the mirror. Sometimes it said her name, sometimes it laughed, and sometimes she told her parents, but they said it was dreams. Her mom laughed. "You're just getting used to the house." Nora knew better. She stopped sleeping with the lights off. One night, she tried something different. She stared into the mirror at midnight, flashlight in hand. The whisper returned, "You're brave tonight." Then, the reflection blinked and so did she. But her reflection didn't stop blinking. It blinked once, twice, then opened its mouth wide. Too wide and whispered something that made her drop the flashlight. "Let me trade places," Nora screamed. The light flickered. The mirror fogged up from the inside. On the glass, one word appeared, drawn from the other side. "Please." She backed away, ran from the room, and slept in the hallway. The next morning, the mirror was still there, clean, but she noticed something. Her reflection had a cut on its cheek. She didn't. That's when she knew what she was seeing wasn't a reflection anymore. It was something, pretending. She tried to ignore it, but every night, the whispers got louder. Then one night, her little brother came to her room, shaking. "I heard something from your mirror," he whispered. A voice. She told him not to listen, but Jamie was curious, too curious. The next night, he went in alone. She woke up to his scream. By the time she reached her room, Jamie was frozen in front of the mirror, staring. "What did you do?" she cried. He turned around slowly. His eyes were wide, empty, and he whispered, "She's coming." Then he collapsed. They rushed him to the hospital. The doctors found nothing wrong, but Jamie wouldn't speak. He just stared at blank walls, like he was watching something no one else could see. Nora knew it was the mirror. She had to end it. So that night, she went in with a hammer. At midnight, the mirror waited. The whisper came, "You want to break me? Then look closer." She did, and for a moment, she saw herself. But not just her face. She saw a version of herself in a room that wasn't hers. Same clothes, same hair, but the walls were darker. The air was thicker, and behind her, shadows moved. That version of her looked into Nora's eyes and whispered, "I'm still you, just forgotten." Nora slammed the hammer into the glass. It didn't break. She hit it again and again. The mirror laughed. "You can't shatter what's already inside you." Then, Cracks began to form not on the mirror, but on the walls of her room. Reality trembled. She dropped the hammer and ran. This time, she didn't sleep. The next day, her father carried the mirror back to the attic, covered it, locked the door. Things got quiet after that. Jamie began to speak again. Nora stopped hearing the whispers, but every now and then, when she passes a mirror at night, she swears she sees something behind her, smiling, waiting. And when the clock strikes midnight, she never looks. Not anymore. Because she remembers what the voice said, "You let me in." And once you let something in, it never really leaves.